Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Random Fact Monday. Dave's leading today, so go.
We're gonna get all personal. Wemi's scared because I haven't shared with her the questions, so we're gonna do a couple of isn't it nothing too deep? Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. So, who was the first person you kissed, and what were the circumstances? I'm just using Random Fact Mondays to get information about Wemi.
I see.
Why is that so crazy?
I see. Okay, so we're talking about like a real kiss or like a peck?
Has to be at least mouth to mouth, and more than
like a mwah on the lips. Is that a kiss?
Like do it again. There was intent there. Were both parties purposely kissing each other?
Depends on how you want to look at it.
Okay, actually, you know what? Now you're gonna have to describe both.
Fine.
That put it in her place.
So my first fake weird kiss was I was in grade 8.
Okay.
Or grade 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with grade 8. I don't know why, but we'll go with grade 8. I can't really remember that much.
Okay.
And it was this guy named Brian that my friend at the time, my BFF, ever. You know how when we're kids, everyone's your BFF ever. Candace, she set me up with him, and it was her cousin, they were family friends.
Okay.
And went on a date, and I was just like, why would you do this to me? It was the most just repulsive person who hadn't showered. I was like, why would you set me up with this person? It was a really bad date. And then he tried to kiss me after the movie, and he kissed me on my mouth. I was like, make it stop.
I was going to say, because that was going to be my question, is why would you kiss him? So no, that was basically kiss rape. So
oh my God, don't say that.
Well, you weren't consenting. It sounded like you didn't want it.
I didn't want it, but I was like, nah. You know what I mean?
You're disgusting then. You either didn't want it or you participated. So which was it?
It was
I don't care what it was. Which was it?
I don't know. Whatever.
She participated.
Next.
You're gross. Who's
so
nasty?
My real kiss.
You made it with a dirty man.
A what?
A dirty man.
It wasn't a man, it was a child.
Dirty well, sure, but that just sounds weird, yeah.
But yes, he did not shower. He stunk, and
anyway.
It was, ugh. But my first real kiss, I would say, was this guy named AJ. That, I don't remember how we met. But I'm about to get B when I say this story. But, I can't believe I'm gonna do this to myself. I think my mom watches our videos. I've heard her make mentions. And I think her and her friends might watch. So if she does watch, I'm gonna get beat. If you guys would ever see me again, you'll know why.
I don't think she cares now.
I know, but it's still, Anyways.
If she watches, she should comment below.
So this was in grade 9.
Yep.
And my parents worked, obviously. And my sister and I would come home my mom would get home around 4, 5-ish from work.
Okay.
And sister and I would come home from school and whatever. So one of these days I had a boy over before my parents got home. We were in the garage. I didn't bring him in my house because I was just like, you can't come in my house. I don't know you like that.
Oh, because that's much better.
Yeah. So we sat in the garage and we just talked and stuff. And then he kissed me. And that was my first real kiss.
I see. And that's why he's not allowed in the garage.
Yes.
Didn't matter whether it was the garage.
The funny thing about that story is actually, so he came over a bunch of times. This went on for a little while. And I used to write in my diary back then. So this was maybe grade 11 or 12. We were moving. And my mom had told me, pack your room, pack up your room, pack up your room. And I didn't.
Of course.
And one day I came home from school and she was in my room packing up my stuff. And she comes to me, she's like, so you had boys over while I was at work, huh? And I was so mortified. I was you read my diary.
So she
He
already
wasn't
knows.
the only boy I had over, though. So.
No, but so she already knows all this.
She knew I was kissing boys.
Oh, I see. I'm sure you wrote that you kissed them.
No, because I was afraid that they might fight. So I didn't write details. I just wrote what so-and-so came over and we hung out in the garage. And I left it at that.
Why would you write that? What's the point of writing that?
You know what? It was my diary, okay? I wanted to remember these things. And I wanted to have myself immortalized in my book.
But yeah, What are you remembering? Because all you
My
said was
stories.
it came over. And then you, like, how do you remember it? You remember the actual story, but you would remember whether you
You
wrote it
couldn't
or
tell my 13-year-old self that, okay?
No, that's
Go
true.
and share your. Why is he? What's your kiss? Let's hear it.
Mine was pretty simple. It was pretty standard. Plain spin the bottle.
Oh, look at you.
It was
You
Mark-
got
It
kids.
was Mark's sister.
Ew! Mark's his best friend.
Yeah, best friend.
Ew.
What? That's the rules of spin the bottle.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And I never got picked for spin the bottle.
Well, you don't get picked. Like, the bottle picks.
I know, but then the adults was like, no, and then they like respin or something.
Man, you really had a rough childhood.
I did.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
did.
So yeah, mine.
Because they liked all the other
differently.
popular girls who had like big boobs and all that stuff, and my stuff came in a bit late. And back in elementary school, there were girls that were like D cups in grade 6, and I could not compete with that.
But now look at them.
Next question.
All right. What's the craziest dream you've ever had, and what's the most recent dream you can remember?
I can't answer the first one because I don't know.
What? Yeah. Come. Oh, you okay? Just take a moment.
I honestly wouldn't. I don't know.
Wemi's not participating.
I'm sorry, I don't. Like, I just have dreams. Like, I don't know what's the most, like, oh my god, that was the craziest dream ever that I remember. Like, it would have been crazy at the time I had, and I would have moved on.
I see.
But my most recent dream.
May I just stop you on that one? Oh, you you remember things and then move, or forget them and move on? I just had to get that.
Shade! Shade!
I'm just saying. I wish that worked with, other things. But.
But my most recent dream, I don't know my most recent. I remembered one this morning, and I was actually going to tell you, but now I don't remember it anymore. It came to me at church.
Dreams are funny that way, because, yeah, like, honestly, like, I don't remember dreams at all.
Yeah.
Except when it's, like, I had one, this was probably a couple of weeks ago, and I remember, like, thinking about telling you, but I don't know if I did. But it was, like, literally, I think I was actually awake, which is the funny thing. That's the only dreams I remember. So, really, I just remember when I'm thinking.
Your daydreams.
Yeah, daydreams. But, yeah, no, that is funny. I really thought that would have been a really good one, but yeah, it's really
Next.
hard to remember dreams. Do you guys remember dreams?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we don't. Man.
I'm pretty good at remember my dreams like within a day or two.
Yeah, the next day. I'm awful.
If I don't tell anyone especially, then it's gone. But if I share it, I'm more likely to remember it again.
Well, my most recent dream, I guess, would have been the one you got, where I, dreamt about the drones.
You didn't dream, you were sleep talking. I don't know if
Yeah,
you were
so
dreaming about it.
I'm sure I was dreaming about it.
Okay.
You think
Maybe.
I'm dreaming about one thing and talking about something
Maybe.
else?
I don't know how sleep talking works.
No, one track mind.
I see.
I was dreaming about drones. Amazon drones can deliver packages to your house. Awesome. Just flying like a helicopter.
If you guys watch our vlogs, you saw me share that sleep talk episode of Dave. Next.
So this one actually might be hard then. What is your first memory as a child? First childhood memory. Do you remember your first memory? I have mine. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So mine is somewhat traumatic for me, and I think that's why I remember it. And actually, I'd say I have two. So I'm not sure which one came chronologically first. I could figure it out, but by asking like my mom or whatever. But anyway, so the two are. I'll do the tame one first. Is I remember in kindergarten, just being in kindergarten in our class and drawing mazes. We used to draw mazes all the time. Me and Matt and guy Eddie Chadwick. Hey, I wonder if Eddie's out there.
Hi, Eddie.
Eddie was actually, it was funny. Eddie was like everybody's best friend in junior kindergarten. We're 4 years old, and it's like, who's your best friend? Eddie. Who's your best friend? Eddie.
Who was Eddie's best friend?
I don't know. I really hope it was me. It was either me or Matt. I don't know. Honestly, like, no joke. Like, it's a really funny thing now. But then Eddie moved away, like...
And then no one had a best friend.
Yeah, pretty much. So Eddie moved away in junior kindergarten, like at the end of junior kindergarten, I think it was. Maybe at the end of senior. But he moved away. And then, then like Mark joined our class, and it was like, who's your best friend? And it was like, Eddie still. And like, because, he was like clinging on to, like,
Come back, Eddie!
Yeah.
Come back to me!
It was pretty funny. But anyway, I remember drawing mazes, and like, you'd have these super complicated like mazes. They'd be so fine details, and you have bridges and like, teleports and like, forest fires and stuff. And
I see.
It was intense. Like,
That is intense.
I love drawing mazes. So that was just a normal memory. But then the traumatic one we went to Niagara Falls, and basically I was a.
Keep going. I'm trying to get my story.
Oh, okay. You can't Google your own.
I'm not
childhood
Googling. I'm
story.
Googling a date, trying to figure out if it was my earliest.
Okay, so we went to Niagara Falls as a family trip, and we were walking along the shore kind of thing and looking down at the falls, and basically somebody said, "Hey, look at those rocks. Look at the sharp rocks at the bottom." And everybody's like, "Ooh, those are cool." And I'm like, "What? Like I don't see." And they kept pointing. They were just like, they're just right there. Like, look. And me, I'm just like 4-year-old kid, and I was just like, I still don't see. And I'm up on the railing kind of thing, and I'm just like looking over. And then my mom's like, "Here, I'll help." And she grabs my ankles and is about to lift me up. I'm like, I see him. Don't worry, Mom. I got him. Scared the hell out of me.
Oh my god,
she was
hilarious.
She was just gonna hang me over and just, there, now you can see.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so it's traumatic, but I survived.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
It would have been bad for your mom.
Yeah, she would have made the news. It was long enough ago, nobody cared at
No
that
hard
time.
feelings
Back in
now.
the day, yeah.
Just throw kids over Niagara
Yeah.
Falls, no one cared.
Nah.
Yeah.
What was yours?
So I don't know. Like here, I have like. Do you guys have memories that you feel like they're filled in? Like, do you know what I mean?
No.
Like I have things that I remember, but I don't know if I've just created an image based on what I was told happened. So I've created like a scenario.
See, I have one of those also at the same Niagara Falls trip. The tunnel that you can go in where you can stand behind the falls?
Okay.
So apparently we did that. I don't know. I remember doing it, but I don't remember anything else. And you get raincoats, and apparently my raincoat blew away. And my sister will retell that and how I lost my raincoat and got our whole family in trouble and stuff and whatever. I don't remember that. So, but I can almost picture it just because
It's happening,
it's been painted so well for me. So is it like that?
See, it's like that, and honestly, I don't know if I remember, but like I have steps, details in a sense of what happened. So we'll call it my painted-in memory. Would be like when I was about 3, I think. We had, like, in Nigeria, you have, like, kind of maids and live-in nannies and stuff that help. So we had, like, a nanny/live-in maid.
Well, when you're balling.
And, anyways, and Mom was at work, and it was her and I at home. And she was cleaning up, and there was, like, a large casserole dish. And she gave it to me and said, "Go put it in the kitchen." So I went to put it in the kitchen, but as a 3-year-old, I could barely reach the counter. So I put it right at the edge of the counter, and it wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
And I let go, and it fell and shattered everywhere, and a big shard of glass went right through my foot. So I still have a scar on my foot from that big piece of shattered glass. Yeah, it's right there.
I know.
So that is like a memory that I think I remember, but I'm not sure if I remember it completely or if like I've been told parts of it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say the one I remember the most would probably my first dog dying.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember that day actually too.
That'd be my first one but I don't know how old I was, so there might have been other things that I remember that were before that.
Yeah.
But that memory stands out to me as a child.
Yeah.
And it was Snoopy was my dog's name, and I don't remember what he was anymore, but he was a big brown guy, so I'm gonna guess like a lab or something. And we think the neighbors didn't like him because he would always like spend his nights on the balcony outside of our place. And one day we like woke up and went there, and Snoopy was sitting there and was coughing up blood, and I was so sad, and I cried, and I like hugged him.
You think they like poisoned him?
We think they poisoned him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And so we took him to the vet, and they're just like, "We can't help him. Like you can take him home if you want, and just kind of like let him die at home, but we can't help him," kind of a thing. And it was really sad. I cried and cried, and I wouldn't go to bed. Like I stayed on the balcony with him. I would let my mom go to sleep, but she was just like, "I can't leave my kid on the balcony." So I sat out there with him, and my mom sat out there with him, and until Snoopy died.
That just sparks another memory of mine, which I don't know, again, chronologically, because it was all when I was like 4. Actually 2. So one, it was my brother's birthday, and we grew up on a farm, and we were playing, so it was his birthday, but I was like hanging out with him. He's a couple of years older, and I was like, I want to play with the cool kids. And they were playing tag, or like, hide and go seek or whatever in the haymow, and jumping back and forth and whatever. And then I jumped and smoked and missed and smoked my face and banged up my tooth, and so I ran into the house and like just face full of blood, and all my teeth were all messed up. And so anyway, that was when I was also 4. And then the other thing was we were playing with the dog. We had a dog. His name was Bear. Yeah, that's a good dog.
Mm-hmm.
He was a German Shepherd. He was a German Shepherd, and he was tied up. And I remember we were just like kind of approaching him, but my siblings tell it that I stepped on his tail. I don't recall doing that because I was in front of him. Like, he bit me, so like, how was I at his tail? But anyway, they said
so someone else stepped on his tail and they're blaming Dave.
Probably, yeah. Anyway, so he bit my hand, and I have this one cool scar. I'm not sure if it'll show. Yeah. It's crazy. So it just like sliced down my in between my fingers, and there's also teeth marks, and it.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's teeth marks in the rest of my hand, and so I remember running down, wearing my rubber boots. It was summer, or it was like nice weather, but I still have my rubber boots on, and I'm like, trying to run down, and I'm like, and the hand bleeding or whatever, and then I get down to the house, and my mom wrapped it in a tea towel, and like, just like rocked me in the rocking chair. And,
little baby.
Yeah. Well, my hand friggin' bit off. Like, there was a lot of blood. Like, and we don't go to the hospital. Whatever, it'll be fine.
I see.
And that's probably why I have a nasty scar.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Mom. Yeah. It's funny though. Like, apparently when I was 4 years old, it was just one traumatic event after another.
So this tells me to watch out for our child at 4 because they might just start doing crazy things like you.
Well, it's only the 4th child because I'm the youngest of 4, and so it's like.
So by the time mom's just like, whatever.
Go do your thing. And she probably just got so sick and tired of all my shenanigans, and she's just like.
Because you're both trying to get attention because you're the youngest one, so you're always trying to get her.
And then she got fed up, so she just
tried to
hang
throw
me
you
over.
over once, didn't work. She's like, whatever, someone take him.
Probably like looked left and right, and nobody's looking. Go. That's funny.
All right, one more.
One more, really quick one. Okay. Who has been the most influential person?
Don't do that.
Oh. Do you fall for a person fast? Do you have any birth? No. How would you like to be remembered? How's that?
Nah.
No? Oh, man.
Those are ones that we can get in like a couple minutes. That's why I didn't want to do those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's not.
Who's your favorite actor and actress?
Okay. I felt that'd be a couple minutes, but whatever. Let it slide.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll
finish up.
I have 2 favorite actresses, Taraji Henson and Julia Roberts.
Really?
I love Julia. She's my girl.
I don't know if we've ever watched a Julia Roberts movie.
Because I've seen them all.
Not August of Osage County.
It's on my list. They don't have it on Netflix yet.
Yes, they do.
You're kidding. When?
I am not. I'm pretty sure it's been there since like 2004.
No, you liar. They don't have it on
I actually
Netflix
thought it was.
yet.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I don't know how I missed it.
We'll check that one. An actor.
And favorite? I don't have a favorite actor.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
I don't know, maybe Tyrese?
He's not. He's just my favorite man.
I see. He was garbage in Furious.
Yeah, he's not my favorite actor.
Yeah, he's
like him.
not very good, I didn't think.
Whatever. Hater.
Yeah, anyway. So who's your favorite actor?
I don't have a favorite actor.
Favorite? Oh, mine's easy.
I mean, I can say like, what's his name, Liam Neeson, just because he's just so badass. I just love me some Liam.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'd watch any Liam movie. I could say that.
I like Sandra Bullock.
Of course.
Yeah, cute, easy. By a mile.
Of course.
By a mile. And Keanu. I'm pretty sure I just saw Speed and was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. I bet you I was 4 years old when I saw Speed. Wouldn't that just be awesome? Anyway.
Well, what year did it come out?
I don't know. I think I was older than 4 though.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. That is couple minutes. No, that is Random Fact Monday. You got me screwed up with couple minutes.
That is Random Fact Monday.
Yeah. What day is it? Just kidding. Anyway. Alrighty. We will see you next time.
And
Were you gonna say something?
we'd love to see your answers to those questions below.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to share, we are more than happy to read it.
Or if you have questions
that you want us to do on Random Fact Monday. Ooh, that is good. Yeah, submit your questions below and we'll do them on Random Fact Monday.
Or maybe if they belong more in a couple minutes, we'll do them more there too.
Wherever they belong, we'll let you know. We'll be like, watch out for this. We'll answer your question.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.